It looks like Matt Eberflus is on his last leg. This could really be an ugly year, for Caleb Williams. He's still a young quarterback. He still has a lot of potential to be really good. You see a short quarterback like Kyler Murray ball out. You see Baker Mayfield play well. Guy still has a lot of talent and upside, but they're treating him like David Carr. I mean, last night was really tough to watch. The protection was terrible. Shane Waldron looks like a dud at offensive coordinator. Wasn't thrilled with that hire. You basically got all these weapons, but Ryan Poles, you got to build through the line of scrimmages. And you got to get Caleb Williams an offensive coach. So maybe you get Clint Kubiak in there. Maybe you get Kellen Moore, and you get an offensive coach. You put the team around Caleb. You get some offensive linemen. They're putting Caleb in a giant position to fail. And this year, not only can Caleb possibly, unfortunately, he's risking injury by going out there on the field, he's also risking adapting bad habits. And the one thing I'll say about Caleb Williams, don't know him personally, but I think that Caleb Williams and Chicago, you need again to he needs to play in more structure. I think that with this offensive line and everything, he's kind of looking like Archie Manning did with the New Orleans Saints 40 years ago before I was, I wasn't born then, but that's kind of what you think. I mean, this is looking like a really terrible situation. You don't have an offensive line. You're getting schemed up by really good defenses. You're getting hit massively. You're adapting bad habits of bailing out of the pocket. You're really going to be seeing, in the words of Sam Darnold, you're going to be seeing ghosts. You're going to be seeing defensive guys come out of nowhere, and you're going to adapt some horrible, horrible habits. So this is not how you treat a rookie quarterback. I know it's kind of opposite of Denver, where the scheme in Denver, at least Bo Nix is playing structured ball. At least Bo Nix is not getting hit and raked every single time by defensive linemen. At least Bo Nix is not getting completely obliterated by the defense. So that's the thing, is that when you look at Chicago, they don't have they need an offensive head coach. That's what you need. You need an offensive guy, and you need a running game. And, I mean, you look at how Russell Wilson in his career, he wasn't given the freedom to be Russell Wilson for a very, very long time. And they really, like in Seattle with the Legion of Boom, what they did is basically in Seattle, they basically had him running the football and playing game manager, and Caleb Williams can do that, and that's what you should do. You should gradually get Caleb Williams up to speed. If you had to say Caleb the first couple of games, you have no veteran quarterbacks in that room. Who was teaching Caleb Williams? Like, Caleb Williams needs to be somebody that can learn the NFL game. You need somebody to teach Caleb Williams. You look at Case Keenum, what he was able to do, or get like a Brissett or Josh Johnson, or get a veteran quarterback, get a Chase Daniel, get a veteran backup quarterback, get an offensive line. And even though you have DJ Moore, you have really good weapons on the outside, you got to actually build this football program to actually put Caleb in a position to succeed, which is, again, like not putting too much on his plate, not asking him to be Superman every single play. Just get the basics down. Like, start off at square one, then go to... so Shane Waldron, maybe his scheme was good with Geno Smith. So they just need to start running the ball. You need power backs. You don't have any power back on that roster. All small running backs. Middle interior offensive line is a huge issue. You have no backup quarterback there. You have no veteran that's teaching, that is imparting their wisdom on Caleb. Caleb's going in totally into the NFL with no quarterbacks in that room that have any starting experience. You have a defensive coach who looks over his skis. This team should have lost by 30 to the Houston Texans. They should have lost week one. It is one of the worst interior offensive lines in the league. It is one of the worst situations for a rookie quarterback. I mean, Denver has other problems. Like Denver, if you traded DJ Moore for maybe two of Denver's interior offensive linemen, like that is kind of Caleb Williams. It is a bad situation. Let's talk about Jacksonville for a little bit. Jacksonville Jags, the Jaguars. What's up with Trevor Lawrence, Doug Peterson? Their offense is stale. They're not creative. What a defensive performance from the Cleveland Browns yesterday. They brought physicality, and Trevor Lawrence can be a decent quarterback, but again, he needs to probably bounce to a couple of teams before he finds the right spot, kind of like Derek Carr's finding the fountain of youth. Trevor's still young. Trevor is tall, can still throw the football pretty good. Somebody should maybe try to trade for Trevor Lawrence. I still think that Lawrence can be good, but Jacksonville is a flat-out mess. Bouncing around the league yesterday, the Raiders. I mean, Brock Bowers looks like he's for real. Minshew's looking decent. Their stock's way up. Luke Getsy called a really good game yesterday. That was a huge win. You can't go to 0-2. Are the Raiders going to be a team that competes for a wild card? I mean, this AFC West is looking super legit with the Chargers, the Raiders, and, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs. So that was another just really impressive win. What's John Harbaugh going to do with this defensive coordinator spot? That it remains to be seen. Will Levis, I think Will Levis is in a good spot. I love the coach in Tennessee. I like how they're running the football. They're staying in games. I think Levis is going to get better and better as we go forward here. I think that Will can be super legit going forward. All righty, guys. Well, it was fun doing this video, and hope you guys enjoyed the NFL season yesterday.